Theater STL presents January 23rd in theater history. Born on January 23rd, 1933 in Washington, D.C., Chita Rivera grew up to become one of the true legends of musical theater. A two-time Tony Award winner, she originated roles in West Side Story Chicago and Kiss of the Spider Woman, and became a trailblazer for Latinx performers on Broadway. Her long, groundbreaking career and infectious charisma made her a cultural icon and earned her the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
On January 23, 1941, Moss Hart, Kurt Weill, and Ira Gershwin's daring musical play, Lady in the Dark, opened at New York's Alvin Theater and ran for 467 performances. The show plotted its songs only inside the heroine's dream sequences, using psychoanalysis as a dramatic device and turning Gertrude Lawrence's Saga of Jenny and Danny Kaye's tongue-twisting Tchaikovsky into showstoppers. Blending drama and music in a novel way, the production became a landmark of the Golden Age.
On January 23, 1943, celebrated critic and raconteur Alexander Woollcott died in New York City. A key member of the Algonquin Round Table, Woollcott's acerbic reviews for the New York Times and radio commentary shaped Broadway opinion and made him one of the era's most influential theater voices. He inspired the character Sheridan Whiteside in The Man Who Came to Dinner. His passing marked the end of a brilliant wit who championed and skewered the American stage.
Jerry Bach and Sheldon Harnick's boxing-themed musical, The Body Beautiful, had its Broadway premiere at the Broadway Theater on January 23, 1958, and lasted 60 performances. Although the show's run was short, its energetic score caught the attention of producer Harold Prince and director George Abbott, who hired the young songwriting team for their next project, Fiorello, beginning a collaboration that would lead to classics like Fiddler on the Roof. The musical thus marked the start of one of Broadway's most celebrated partnerships.
Arthur Miller's introspective drama Oh, After the Fall premiered at the Anto Washington Square Theater on January 23, 1964, with Elia Kazan directing and Jason Robards and Barbara Loden leading the cast. The play ran 208 performances and delved into themes of guilt and personal responsibility as Miller drew on his tumultuous marriage to Marilyn Monroe. Its fractured, memory-driven structure challenged audiences and solidified Miller's reputation as a daring and confessional playwright.
Greg Antonacci's eccentric play with music Dance With Me transferred from off-Broadway and opened at the Mayfair Theater on January 23, 1975. Set in a New York City subway station, the production featured an ensemble directed and choreographed by Joel Zwick and played 396 performances. Its surprising success demonstrated that experimental, small-scale shows could thrive on Broadway, and it helped launch Antonacci's later career in television writing and directing.
The musical revue Jerome Kern Goes to Hollywood debuted at the Ritz Theater on January 23, 1986, celebrating the legendary composer's film songs and featuring lyrics by writers like Oscar Hammerstein II and Dorothy Fields. Conceived and directed by David Kernan with a book by Dick Vosberg, the show closed after just 13 performances. Although short-lived, it honored Kern's influence on both Broadway and Hollywood and earned a Tony nomination for performer Elizabeth Welch.
The musical adaptation of Louisa May Alcott's Little Women opened at the Virginia Theater on January 23, 2005, and ran 137 performances. With a book by Alan Nee, music by Jason Howland, and lyrics by Mindy Dickstein, the production starred Sutton Foster as Jo March and Maureen McGovern as Marmee. The show's heartfelt portrayal of the March sisters' coming of age earned praise and several award nominations, reinforcing the story's lasting resonance.
John Patrick Shanley's romantic comedy Outside Mullingar premiered at Manhattan Theater Club's Samuel J. Friedman Theater on January 23, 2014. Set on neighboring farms in rural Ireland, the play follows the slow-burn romance between shy farmers Anthony and Rosemary amid family disputes and land feuds. featuring Deborah Messing and Brian F. O'Byrne, and directed by Doug Hughes. The 61-performance run showcased Shanley's gift for tender humor and earned several award nominations.
Bess Wool's comedy drama Grand Horizons opened at the Hayes Theater on January 23, 2020, and closed March 1st after 45 performances. The play stars Jane Alexander and James Cromwell as a couple who, after 50 years of marriage, decide to divorce, sending shockwaves through their adult children. Blending humor with a candid exploration of long-term relationships, the production earned multiple Tony nominations and offered audiences a poignant look at love and family.
For more, like, share, and follow Theater STL